Welcome back for another day of art fun. We are continuing with our theme of fiber friends, and our friend today is going to look really cute after we're done making it. But if you saw it in real life, it might be more foe than friend, because we are going to be making these adorable little millipedes. Once again, in real life, maybe a little more creepy, but aren't they so cute how we're going to be making them? So let's start by getting our supplies ready. We are going to need a piece of our colored paper. We're going to need one of our crafting sticks, scissors. We're going to need yarn. So you get to choose if you want one color, two colors, 3, 4, totally up to you. I'm going to be using 3 for the demo today. We'll also be using, or have the option of using, glue with some googly eyes, and you can get an idea of what this is going to look like. Now this one's not quite done yet. I've only got the top portion, but you can see how cute these are going to be when they are all done. Okay, so our first step that we're going to do, we need to take our piece of paper that we have, and as you're noticing, I have folded it in half hamburger style. So like the way we would fold it if we were making a card or a book or something like that. So go ahead and give it a fold hamburger style. We are actually using this half piece of paper as sort of like a ruler. It's going to be our measuring stick because we need to have a whole bunch of pieces of yarn that are that size. So I'm going to set those off to the side and just kind of show you how we're going to do this. I'm going to take my yarn and I'm going to put it across so you can see I've got one side of it here, and on this other side I'm going to give it a cut. So I'm going to want at least 30 pieces of yarn, so you can kind of gauge out. I'm doing 3 different colors, so that means I'm going to want at least 10 of each color, right? Because 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals 30, doesn't it? So I'm going to want 10 of each color. So here I've got 3 and 4. And whenever I've got my 10 of those, I'm going to switch my colors. Of course, if you need to, at any point in our video, if you need to pause it or rewind it, but go ahead and take this time. Once again, you want at least 30 pieces of yarn. You get to choose which colors and how many colors, but we want to take this time to cut at least 30 pieces of it. And if you want to pause right now, it would be a good time until you're done cutting those, okay? All right, once you've got all 30 of your pieces of yarn that are all about that same width, we are going to move that over to the side and get out our crafting stick. Okay, you can see right now, it is just a plain old crafting stick. Nothing super cute about it. That's where you're coming into play here. So we are going to be tying lots of knots. This is a great fine motor skill, and we're going to get lots and lots of practice with it because we need to use up all of this yarn that we just cut, right? So I will show you guys how to tie a knot. We're going to be doing double knots. If you need your at-home mentor to maybe give a little hands-on help with this part, don't be afraid to ask them. Pause the video, go get some help if needed. But otherwise, let me show you how we're making this knot. So we want to start with our yarn on the back side of our crafting stick. So do you see how it's on the back side? Okay. Our next step is we just want to make sure that it's about even on each side. So you guys can see it's about even. I don't have it where, you know, one side is super long and the other side is super short. We want them to be about even. If they're a little off, that's okay, but about even. And then we're going to make an X. So do you see how it makes an X like that? I'm going to take the one that is on the front and I'm going to fold it over and back into that circle, okay? That's making the first knot. But you'll probably notice if you let go, just having a single knot is not very secure. It doesn't stay strong, which is why we're going to do a double knot. So we're going to do this again. Let me show you again. Kind of holding down that first knot here and making that X again. Whoops. You gotta hold tight. Hard to do this while holding it up too. So I'm making that X, and then I'm taking the front one, bending it around the back and through that circle in the middle and pulling it tight. And now I've got what we call a double knot, and you can see now that is not going to go anywhere. So we want to take these legs, we're going to scooch them over to one side of the body, and then you might want to scooch it up too, depending on where it's at right now, so it's closer to the head. And sometimes if there's little rough spots on the edge, you might need to help guide it a little bit. Okay, so I've got my first one on there. Now I got to think, like, do I want to just do random colors, or do I want to have a pattern? As you can see with my example one here, I do have a pattern. It's 2 blue, 2 yellow, 2 green, 2 blue, 2 yellow, 2 green. So I'm going to continue. I'll actually go with this guy so you guys can kind of see it a little bit better. So if I did 2 blue, 2 yellow, 2 green, 2 blue, 2 yellow, next I need 2 green. So once again, I'm going to grab my yarn, have it around the back side, make sure that it's about even. I am going to make that X, bring it through, and tie my single knot. Sorry, I wish I could hold this a little closer to the camera, but it is really hard to tie while it's up in the air. And then once I've got that single knot, I'm going to cross it again. See that little cross there? And bring it around through and do the double knot. Okay, I'm going to pull it on up by the other ones and move it over to one side. I need 2 of each color, so I'm going to do green again here. Put it down, make sure it's even, make the X. You see that X? Bring it on through for a single knot, and then do the same thing in X, bring it on through for a double knot. Now my last set of legs went on this side, so I'm going to pull this one up and over to that side, because we want legs on both sides of our millipede, don't we? It would look pretty silly if it only had legs on the left side or the right side. Okay, so it went blue, yellow, green, blue, yellow, green. So I must need blue again. Once again, your pattern might be different than mine. That is totally okay. You know, you choose whatever look you're going for your own cute little millipede there. I did my double knot since my last set of legs went on this side. I'm going to turn this so these legs come on this side, and we'll bring them on up. And I need another blue. As you can see, we are just going to be doing this over and over again, making my X, pulling it through and tight, making my X, pulling it through and tight, and then moving it up on the other side like so. And I'm just going to keep on doing that. So once you are done, and once again, feel free to pause this at any point, but once you're done, you'll notice that my original legs were a little bit shorter than these here, right? So we didn't want our yarn to be too short. It's really hard to tie with yarn that's shorter than what we worked with. But you might find that these legs are just a little too long. So what you can do once you're done is just kind of flatten them out. Once again, if you need an at-home mentor to help with this, to hold it flat. But then you can just give it a little haircut here. Like that. And maybe on this side. Or maybe you like having the really long legs. That's okay too. But if you want to give them a little bit of a trim so they're not all over the place, you can. And you can choose. You can see I still have a lot more yarn to go. So by the time I'd get all 30 done, it would bring me, you know, about most of the way down on the stick. And if you want to cut more, you can. But then our final steps, are going to be to decorate. So you could use those googly eyes. And peel the sticker off the back of them. Sometimes it's hard to peel the sticker off the back. If it's really tricky, then I just glue it. Sometimes that's easier because these little stickers, wow, especially for these tiny little googly eyes, can get real tricky. Let's see how this one is. The first one was pretty easy to get off, but this one might be getting glued. Woo. Yeah. Oh my goodness, it keeps flying all over on me. It doesn't want the sticker to come off the back, so we're going to have to glue it. That's okay. Alright, here we go. Put a little bit of glue down. My glue, everything is being difficult today. There we go. And we'll glue that other googly eye on down. Oh my goodness, that's looking so cute already, isn't it? Hey guys. You might even choose, if you've got like markers or anything like that at home, you could also choose, maybe you give your millipede a cute little smiley face. Make it even cuter yet, right? So feel free if you want to decorate your little millipede a bit, make it unique, make it your own, and have fun with it. And then of course, once you're done, don't forget to come on in to our Hall of Frame. So you'll click on that. We'll have to scroll down a little bit because I know there's already beautiful pieces of art from previous days in here. So scroll on down until you find an open frame. Claim your frame by putting in your name, and then go to Insert Image and Camera and take a nice picture holding your artwork up to the Chromebook. Take that cute picture, maybe you're even in it too, and have it upload automatically into our slide. And I cannot wait to see how cute your millipedes turn out. We'll see you next time.